Places of work. Accounts. A written record of the money that a company has spent or received. I was excellent at numbers at school, so it was normal that one day I would work in accounts. Administration. Tasks and processes involved in managing the operations of a company. My brother works in the administration department of a language school. He's great at organising. Branch. A local office or shop that forms part of a larger group it belongs to. Unfortunately, many branches of my bank have closed and you now have to do everything online. Call centre. A large office of a company where employees make and receive phone calls. A lot of companies base their call centres in countries where they can pay low salaries to staff. Construction site. An area of land where a building is being built. Be careful when you go to the construction site. There have been a lot of accidents recently. Co-working. A way of working in which different people share a building and often ideas. Most people using co-working sites work for different companies, but very often they help each other. Customer service. Part of a company that answers customers' questions and helps if they have a problem with a product or service. Our customer service department is one of the most helpful in the telecommunications industry. Factory. A building where a large amount of goods are made, usually by machine. Less people work in factories these days, as most of the time they use robots instead of people. Head office. The most important office of an organization or the people working there. If you need more money, speak to head office. They're usually quite generous. Human resources. HR. The department in a company that employs, trains, and helps staff. I love working in HR as I like working with people. Interviewing is probably my favorite task. IT. Information technology. The department or activity of using and maintaining computers. If we have a problem with any of the computers or projectors, we call the IT department immediately. Marketing. The activity and department which presents, advertises, and sells a company's products in the best way possible. You normally have to be a creative person to be successful at marketing. Office. A room or a building where people work, usually at desks with a computer. I wouldn't like to spend the whole day in an office. I prefer being outside. Payroll. The department in a company that organizes salaries and paying taxes. Also, a list of the company's employees and how much they earn. If you have any doubts about how much you've been paid, speak to Debs in the payroll department. Reception. The place where visitors go when they first arrive at an office building. I sometimes have to work on reception for an hour when the usual receptionist is at lunch. Remotely. A way of working mainly from home instead of going to a workplace. Working remotely has its advantages and disadvantages, but generally I think it's a good idea. Research and development, R&D. The part of an organization that works to improve existing products and develop new ones. Also, the activity of doing this. They put millions of pounds into R&D before they made the new smartphone available to buy. Sales. The activity or part of a company that is involved with selling its products or services. Working in sales can be very tiring, especially if you have to travel around the country. Warehouse. A large building where a lot of goods are stored before being sold or shipped. There are usually a lot of warehouses in areas near large ports. Workshop. A room or building where things are made or repaired using tools or machines. My dad wasn't a professional carpenter, but he had a workshop in the garage with lots of tools.